Hi, my name is Robert, and I've been the one that's been talking to your aunt on the internet. And I've been chatting with her for about 2 years now. And I live in the United States, in the state of Ohio, kind of sort of out in the country. I'm about 10 minutes from a little tiny town called Logan, and about 45 minutes or so from another town just a little bit bigger named Lancaster. And I'm 45 years old, and I have no kids. I was married, but unfortunately my wife, she passed away, and her and I never had kids together. So I pretty much live by myself. I'm not completely entirely by myself. I've got a dog. She's a female rat terrier. I've got a pet rabbit, and I've got 2 birds. And right now the birds are sitting on 5 eggs that are just a little bit bigger, roughly about the size of a thumbnail. And about 2 months ago, they had laid eggs, and one of them had hatched. And unfortunately, the poor little bird didn't really survive but a week. And it was kind of sort of sad losing it. So I'm kind of hoping maybe they'll have 1 or 2 hatch from this other set of eggs that they're sitting on. If they do, I've already got a guy that I work with. He's interested in taking 1 or 2 of them, and he said that he would buy them off of me, but I told him I would probably just give them to him. That way I know that the birds is going to a good home. And I don't really know for sure if I could take care of 3 or 4 birds or anything like that. So Madeline happens to be sitting right here on the couch, and try to get the camera angled here. And there's Maddie. Madeline, she's my little biker buddy. She likes riding motorcycles with me. I've got a motorcycle in the basement, and she goes from time to time whenever the weather's nice. She's got a milk crate that she sits in, and she's got a vest, or a coat that she wears. It's got all kinds of patches on it and everything, and she's got a little harness that she wears, and I strap her into the milk crate with it. And she does really good. Of course, I've had people pass me, and they'll slow up and get back there even with me, that, if they've got kids, they'll kind of sort of point the dog riding a motorcycle. And she enjoys it. Of course, your aunt, she's wanting to try to go for a ride on a motorcycle if she's able to come over here. And I told her that's fine, we can do that. Of course, I'd have to get her a helmet and stuff. Right there's Hattie. She's a little female rabbit. And I ended up getting her because Madeline, here back last summer, I think it was, or summer before last, here, Hattie bird, she had found a little baby rabbit out in the yard, and she went chasing it and everything. She was kind of sort of depressed because of my wife passing. My wife, she didn't work, so she was pretty much home all the time with the dog. So after my wife passed away, with me working and everything, Madeline was pretty much here all by herself during the day until I got back home. And well, she kind of sort of perked up. I'm gonna get you. And she perked up, so I talked to my mom about it and everything. And we had a friend of the family that they did rabbits for a program over here called 4-H, which is basically teaches kids about agriculture and animals, stuff like that. And I kind of explained to her what kind of rabbit I was looking for, and I told her I didn't want one that had flop ears on it. Said I wouldn't mind to try to find one of them that looks more like a regular wild rabbit like she had found. And that's how I ended up with Hattie. Of course, she's got, back there in the corner, she's got her little fortress of solitude set up. I got her 1 year for Christmas. Got her a tube and a little cloth box thing. I got this camera sitting on a tripod, so I'm trying to set it back up. I'm back up here on the couch. I got her little cloth tube and a little cloth box that you get for cats to play in, and kind of gave it to her for her own little fortress of solitude and some place for her to play and relax, and it kind of acts like a burrow for her. And it's about all I can really think of to tell you about the rabbit. Of course, summertime I've got a cage outside that I'll take her out and put her in, so she's got to feel the natural grass underneath of her feet and everything. And usually if I can get home in time, I'll fix dinner, and me and the rabbit and the dog, and sometimes I'll take the birds out. I've got an aviary outside for them. We'll all go outside and sit and eat dinner and enjoy the evening. Of course, I've got a fire pit out there too that summertime I'll build a fire in whenever the weather's nice and I don't have to work the next day. And it's also wintertime over here. How good it shows up. Well, not too bad. Well, we've had snow and rain. Of course, that right there, I tried to put some window tinting on the window to help cut down a lot on the glare from the sun coming through the window and everything. And it helps. Of course, it's kind of falling off there. All I have to do is just kind of like take it down and spray the window down with a little bit of water and put it back up. But right now it's about, I think, 6 degrees Celsius out, or just a little above 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And there's a little bit of a breeze going. Of course, it's chilly, and you know, it's winter time. Our weather over here is pretty much similar to what you've got over there in the Czech Republic. You know, it's not really that much different, except for occasionally in the summer times it'll get up to above 100 degrees over here. And but it usually averages about 80 to 90 some degrees Fahrenheit. So I think that's what, upper 20s Celsius, somewhere in about there. I think 102 degrees Fahrenheit I think was like 32 or 34 degrees Celsius, something like that. So I have got a little tiny science thing here set up. This is my kitchen, or not kitchen, dining room. And, you know, I can get everything lined up. I'll show you what I've got here. Matter of fact, let me just take his camera clear all the way off the tripod. Make it a little bit easier for me. Of course, I've already showed your aunt a little bit what the house looks like. What I have got here is I got 2 yardsticks, and they're taped together here at one end, and they're kind of spread apart at the other. Of course, they're elevated higher on one end than on the other. And I've got a funnel, or 2 funnels. They've been taped together at the open ends. There's the tape. And what happens is, when you set this down here on that, easily enough, it will roll uphill. And of course it'll roll back until it finds its home spot. But I'll kind of show you it again. Show you here that I'm not cheating. The finger right straight up off of it, and it rolls right back uphill. Now, the trick to this is, turn the camera back around here, it is rolling uphill, but at the same time it's also rolling downhill. That's basically an optical illusion. The 2 yardsticks that's taped together, they are inclined. One end is higher than the other, but the shape of the funnel, show you here on this other one, where it kind of sort of slants towards this open end, causes it to roll downhill. That's basically one of them that you'll have to set up and try yourself to get the full effect of it. And of course, I've known about this ever since high school. There was a physics professor on one of the local TV channels over here, Julius Sumner Miller, and this is one of the experiments that he did. Of course, he used a little bit bigger funnel than that, and to me that's kind of sort of interesting. And also too, kind of like a side note, I have built during the summertime an outside shelter out of basically tree limbs, stuff like that, little tiny saplings, and covered it with plastic, put a tarp roof on it and everything. And my intent was to cut a hole in the roof of it and build a fire inside of it, and the hole in the roof was for the smoke to escape. But kind of where I'm getting a little bit older, winter times is kind of sort of getting harsh on me, so I really didn't ever cut a hole in the top of it or anything. I figured, well, if I want to use it, I'll get a heater, stick a heater in it. So since winter times pretty much came, I haven't went outside and messed around in it or anything like that. I'm just kind of sort of biding my time. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Again, my name is Robert, and like I said, I've been the one that's been talking to your aunt. So I understand that you might not be able to see us until around Christmas time, so Merry Christmas ahead of time if you happen to see it before then. If not, Merry Christmas. Alrighty. And hopefully this fall I'm going to try to make an attempt to come over there to visit. So we'll see how that goes. So far I'm trying to get everything all squared away where I can go over there. So hope to see you. Bye.